Hey everyone, welcome to High Playing Games. My name's Simon and I hope you're having a great day. Today we're taking a look at Momento Temporis, a light from the deep. Bum, bum, bum. And it's essentially we're going deeper underground on a 2D retro pixel art platformer. There are so many of these and you need to be able to have some nuances and some gameplay mechanics that kind of make you stand out from the crowd. And Momento Temporis tries to do this in some different ways, but in its own mechanic, and especially how you start the game specifically, this may get better the further you get into it. It makes you get angry with it, maybe for the wrong reasons, in my head anyway. So I'm just going to continue from essentially the end of the first area, and bearing in mind this is I'm not very long into the game. This is like 20-25 minutes of me wandering around getting confused. So you play as this lady here who is an amnesiac. Essentially the story is, I don't know how I got here, let me find someone who can help. And that entails basically going deeper underground in some grassy knolls, essentially. So you're this lady, she can move around, she can run, she's got an amazing jumping ability, which is the longer you hold the jump, the further she'll go. And S basically means save point. Now as I've been going along, I've been getting more and more different things. So I've now got these little arm bracelets, very similar to Wonder Woman, which helps you stop dying, essentially. And as you can see there, I also have a yellow stamina bar, which likes to drain itself really quickly. And this is the crux of the game, is that there is this stamina bar which can barely last a free hit combo for an uppercut to leapfrog people out the way. So you've got X for punch, Y for kick. The Y for kick is heavily delayed, so when you press it, it's like she's going, I'm going to kick back my leg, kick forward my leg. And whilst it's quite satisfying to kick people off ledges, I don't find that I actually go back to kick very often at the moment because it's so slow, which leaves you with this punching and then this back shift and occasionally a block, depending on what you've got going on, because blocks are really only for projectiles. They don't necessarily block incoming punches or anything like that at all. And so when you've lost out your stamina, she can't jump as far, she can't run as fast, and she struggles to get out of the way. And if you go into the complete red zone, she's like a zombie, as if she's really knackered herself out and just lays there all like pathetic and sad. Which is a shame, because she should be a little bit better than that. And if I just dive into the menu, you've got your potions and so on that are available here, quests that are going on there, the various different combos that I've got going on, my add-ons, which are essentially the Wonder Woman bracelets and the ability to backdash and loot people. And the currency that runs in this game is called Spirit Essence, and you could see that coming out of the enemies as I was just hitting them and getting rid of them there, so I've got plenty. You've got a map available on this side, and then just general options over here, so nothing too taxing. What I'm going to do... Oh, well that was nice. Thanks. Double hit. We're going to start a boss battle, and this boss battle, because it's the very first boss that's out here and you've not had much time to really wander around, the map is quite open worldy, but actually it does filter down into you've only got one path to take. It's just you can continue looping around in stupid loops, not knowing where you're going for a while, which is fine because you can level up potentially some of your capabilities by killing lots of monsters, but it doesn't explicitly tell you that that's the reason why you can get lost and loop around. So I'll get this power up and it will launch a boss battle that I will probably lose, but I'm going to talk to you as to why I'm losing as things go along. So, Artifact Guardians will start to come out, their life bar is on the top. And the whole point of this is trying to keep your stamina up to the point where you still have some stamina left, because your big issue... Ah, yes, got it. Let's block that. And so what you've really got to do, and the more that I play this game, the more I get it, is your stamina bar is the key to the game. So you're going to have to quickly get in a punch and then run away and shuffle back. But it gets more and more complicated and more harder to do when like this little fucker comes out, because you run out of stamina. And so actually it's more about running away, blocking that. And I forgot to do my... I forgot to get a health potion out, which you can equip instead of going into the menu and do. And it's that shuffling around takes some real getting used to. And I think if I get used to it a bit more, then the game is going to be infinitely much more playable and better. But because there's such a delay in what you do, less with the kicking and the punching, although that third part of the combo is really slow. Let's make sure that I actually don't land. There we go. That may save me a smidge. Let's try this again. And then, yeah, so I've got... If I equip that, then that's now what I can use with the B button, which will make it a bit easier. So like just dodging once or twice, there you go, you can see I've run out of energy there. That's fine, and that's easy. And then having multiple characters around is okay, but it's just... For the first few times... Oh, hello, what have you given me there? Get some stamina. Block. Get in. And it's like you're taking one for the team every time you get hit by that. Oh, what? So I hit B well in advance, but it's probably doing that whole you can't do anything whilst you're busy malarkey. And it feels like the game can't deal basically with you pressing more than two buttons at the same time, direction and a button. So, yeah. Do I recommend this game? There's probably something really in there for people that enjoy hardcore platformers that are difficult for the sake of being difficult as opposed to actually being massively enjoyable. But I've actually increasingly found this game more and more frustrating the more that I've gotten on with it. Now I have got past that boss and gone on to play the game a little bit further, but I've not necessarily found that the difficulty curve gets any easier as a result. And you go to different places, the graphics and the colours change, but the gameplay doesn't necessarily improve from there. So with such a delay built into all of the mechanics, if you can get your head around that, then maybe there's something here for people. But for me personally, I think there's a lot more games that do the genre more justice for the same entry level price, because this is a cheap game, but it's just there's ones out there that do it better with a better story and a better stringlining. There's a few things I do like though. I do like the stamina concept. I just wish that it was a little bit more... It would be easier if the I got knackeredness wasn't already tied to a I'm already tired responsiveness on the buttons. I do like the fact that the more beat up the poor lady gets, the more she bleeds. So there's little things like that that make me go, there's good ideas in here somewhere. But if they could tighten up the responsiveness of the buttons, I think there's something here for people. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope that was informative. Please do look after yourselves, and I'll see you again here on Higher Plane Games. Take care all. Bye for now.